Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing very well today. In today's video, we're going to be testing out, finally, the Bperfect Carnival XL palette. So this I have had on my wish list for the longest time, and I finally decided to bite the bullet and I bought it. Admittedly, I bought it in the sales, but we finally have my hands on it. So I'm going to be doing a full first impressions, going to do a full makeup look and an overall review. So I hope you'll enjoy this video. If you do, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, leave me a lovely little comment. Don't forget to subscribe because it means the world to me. Without further ado, let's get started. As I said, I've wanted to get my hands on this palette for a while, but I just have the biggest wish list for makeup things that I want to try. By the way, I'm just using the L'Oreal Paris. It's the Infallible 24-Hour Concealer. Just using that on my eyes as a bit of a primer. But like I said, I've wanted to try this palette for a long time, but the number of makeup items that I want to try is going to take me a while to get through them all. So I finally bought it, got my hands on it, and I thought, why not just do a review on YouTube for it, because I love doing these kind of videos. I love trying new products. I actually have so many products right now for full face first impressions. It's actually ridiculous. So I thought, you know what, we'll just do a palette one for the change. I feel like I haven't done these videos in a while, just a palette review. So this has 32 highly pigmented mattes and 13 luxe creamy shimmers, which if you know me and you've watched my palette reviews before, that is pretty much the perfect ratio for me. I'm not a massive fan of a palette that has like 10 shimmers and 1 matte. I prefer a good maybe like 30% shimmers, 60% mattes, 30-60, like 30% shimmers, 70% mattes. My maths is not working today. But first impressions of the palette, when we open it up, look at how stunning this palette is. It is unreal. I love the rainbow kind of effect. You've got your warmer tones, cooler tones, and then you've got some more like nudes and your blacks and whites, things like that. So this is stunning. What I'm going to do with this, I don't know. I also appreciate the fact that it's got a full-size mirror in there. We love that. But yeah, what I'm going to do with this palette so far, I don't know. The ones that are really, really calling my name, I'm in love with this orange. This kind of like, what do you call it? It's like a nectar colour, like a mango colour. This green is unreal. But then I'm loving the purples and pinks as well. So I'm kind of thinking, do we just try to go with a shade of everything? Do we just kind of like make kind of like maybe a rainbow, just like a full rainbow of colour on my face? I'm not sure. I just have some brand new brushes to use as well today, so I'm quite excited for that. I'm quite terrible for getting new brushes. I actually got these in my P. Louise budget box, but I'm quite bad for getting new brushes and then not using them because they just look so perfect. I don't want to start using them, but as soon as I dig into them, then that's it. Like, you won't see like not using them. But we're going to go in with them anyway. So this is the P. Louise E28 brush. It looks so fluffy and pretty. I think the first shade I'm going to go in with, I'm thinking either the orange or the yellow. I think I'm going to start off brave. I'm going to go in the orange, which is called Lit. Oh wow, that looks so pigmented. So I've used Bperfect Cosmetics before. However, I haven't used their eyeshadow, so I'm quite excited. Wow. Wow. How have I been sleeping on this brand's eyeshadow for however many years now? Sorry, what? How is that so pigmented? Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Okay, we're doing the other side. That is incredible. That is actually insane. Oh wow. So I've actually got another 2 palettes from them that I've bought that I want to try. So I've got one which is actually 4-in-1, so it's the Compass palette. So you've got like 4 different palettes that like stick together magnetically, which I think is so clever. And then I got one gifted, which is, it's a newer palette. What's it called? It's the Amplified palette, and that one looks like a gorgeous nude palette. I'm so excited to try it. Okay, we're going to leave it there with the orange because I have so many shades that I want to try now, because that is ridiculously beautiful. I think I'm going to go with quite a fluffy small brush. Should we take this one? I think it's going to be a good one. This is the E25 brush, and I want to take that yellow, which is called Keen. It's like a yellowy orange. I'm not taking too much there. A little bit on the end of my brush, and we're going to use that to blend the top of this out. Just a small bit at a time, and just slowly blending a section at a time out. Again, very, very pigmented, absolutely beautiful. I think that's actually blending really nicely into each other. Some yellows and oranges just gel, they just work. Some kind of just leave a bit of a line, but these two are working really, really well together. I really, really want to see that green. I'm not sure how I'm going to incorporate into the look yet, but I'm just so excited. I actually got into a routine where I planned my videos out ahead of time, and I decided exactly what products I was going to use, where I was going to use them, what colours I was going to, everything. But like now I just kind of got excited. I was like, do you know what, I'm going to film it. Do you know what, I've missed this style of content, just sitting down, just taking a palette and just doing some eyeshadow. I've missed this style of content. Like, this is what I love to do the most, is eyeshadow and just doing something creative and just playing with new colours. But this is absolutely stunning. Okay, this is how it's looking, and I'm obsessed so far. Think I want to take, do I take the red? Yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of the red. Which one do I use? I'm kind of leaning towards this one because this feels like the most red in the palette, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go this one, which is called Inferno. Only take a small amount because, again, very pigmented. And I'm just taking that right in my crease, right on the outer corner of where we've put that orange. Only a small amount. Do the same on this side. Just to blend from the orange, because I'm then going to go in with, I think I might use purple on the lid and then blend it out into a pink maybe. Or should I do it the other way around? I'll do pink and then blend it out into a purple. No, we're going to do pink into purple at the bottom. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go back in with a fluffy brush, the first one we used. We're going to start off with the purple, I think. I'm going to use the shade Wasted. There's two purples on the palette. This one here, which is Wasted, this one's a bit lighter. I think we're going to go with a deep one, and we're going to do it right into the inner corner. Oh, that is really pretty. Look at that purple. Beautiful. I'm going to really try to focus it into the lid and into that corner. We don't want it to look too messy there. Oh, wow. I really want to use this green, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. It might have to go into the inner corner. But I'm not sure if I've ever really done a green in a corner. Like, will that work? But we will find out. I'm kind of tempted to do a really high cut crease and just pat the green and blue into that. I think that could be really pretty. But I also kind of want to try the shimmers in the cut crease. So I'm just not entirely sure yet. I'm just slowly building that up because, like I said, it's very, very pigmented, so we don't want it to be too intense. But I think that is absolutely stunning. These shades are just working so well. I want to put a little bit more yellow on this eye because I feel like we're missing a bit of the yellow up here at the top. I feel like I've got more on this eye, but that is not a problem. It does look quite like mango-y and orangey in the pan, but when you put it on the eye it does look a lot more yellow and it blends beautifully with the orange. It just goes so well together. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go with the pink. Which brush shall we use? I'm going to go with that fluffy brush, the first one we use, and we're going to go in. So there's two pinks it's out of, these two. This one's Pep Talk and it's a light one. I think that's one that I'm going to use because I feel like that will just blend out so pretty. Okay, not too much. I'm just blending it out from where the yellow and orange ends there, and that purple, and then blending it up like that. Same thing on this eye. The way these shades are just melting together, like I'm so here for it. This is how it's currently looking, and it's safe to say I'm obsessed. I think this palette is absolutely stunning. Really want to go in that green, but I'm not sure what to do with it because this is what it looks like, and I'm like, it's really pretty. Maybe if I put it in towards the inner corner. Should we try it and see what it looks like? We can always get rid of it because it does look stunning, but I'm also kind of scared to do it and then ruin the look because I'm a really big fan of this look so far. Okay, I don't think it's as pigmented as the other shades are, if I'm honest. It's still really pretty, it's just not as pigmented. Do you know what? We're going to leave it. We're going to go in with the green. We're going to leave that green in there because I feel like it's different. It makes it look a bit different. Makes it pop a bit more. And I'm here for that. It's very different, but I like it. I think it's going really well with that yellow. So just going to make sure I've got quite a bit of that there. And then we're going to start to do my lower lash line. So I'm going in with the green first. Then we're going to take some of the yellow, just a little bit, and blend that out of the green. Then after that, we're going to go in with the orange, which was the lit shade, the first one we went in with. And taking some of that there. Oh wow, I forgot how pigmented that was. My under eyes look like one of those traffic lollies. Or did you ever have those jellies? I think they were from Asda. And they're like the traffic jellies. This is what I feel like. I feel like a traffic jelly. But that is so pretty. And then I'm going to go in with the purple right in the outer corner to join up with my lid. Just realised I got like a bit of eyeshadow on my eyeball, and I blinked and now it's disappeared. Is there anyone else that kind of that freaks them out a bit when they see something on their eyeball and then it goes? It's like, where's that gone? I feel like it's gone into like my brain or something. Okay, this is how it's looking. I am actually loving this so much. I think it's so pretty. I'm going to go with the original brush, and then with that original orange as well, that lit shade. And we're just going through my crease just to emphasise where the orange was. Because I don't want to lose any of that from doing like all the other shades. And then the same thing on this eye. To really bring the orange back into the look and make sure we've really got that popping. Look at that. I think it's so pretty. I know it looks like a bit of a crazy mess, but it is so pretty. We're going to go in just with this fluffy brush here. This is the P. Louise F37. And I'm just taking Pillow Talk, which is the white, and I'm really gently just brushing that around there just to make it look a little bit neater. This is how it's looking, and I'm a fan of it now. I'm going to do a really quick cut crease. I haven't done a cut crease in the longest time, but I'm just kind of feeling one today. So I was going to use my P. Louise to do it, but we're just going to go back in with the L'Oreal just because it's in front of me. Take a little bit of this on the back of my hand, and then we're going to carve out exactly where we want it to go. So we're going to start off around here and then just stamp this across my lid. Start on this side too. I'm actually so impressed by this palette. Like, I thought I'd like it, but I am. It's a lot more than I expected. I'm definitely blown away by it. We're going right up to that orange, but we're not covering the orange, just going right up to the bottom of it. So you can still see some coming out, but there's not too much on show. Like that. I'm going to blend the outer corners of it. Start to blend the edges there, and then the same thing on this side. Are they even? I feel like they're as even as they're going to get. Maybe a little bit higher on this side. Get a little bit more product. You need a really nice flat rounded brush for this because it makes the job so much easier. It literally makes the biggest difference. That's how it's looking. And I'm just going to tap the outer edges with my finger to help kind of like diffuse that product. Okay, now we're going to go in with, should we use a purple? I think we're going to use the purple for it, but I think I'm going to use a shimmer first. The shimmer that is really calling my name is the shade Moony, which looks like this. It looks unreal. I think that's what we're going to have to use. Oh, do you know what? I'm pleasantly surprised by that. On my finger that looked white, and in the palette it looks like a white shimmer. When I apply it to my eye, it's got a bit of a gold, kind of like a warm tone fleck to it. But it looks unreal, like it's just applying literally one swipe. I'm just applying a little bit more just to make it, you know, seamless, and then make those edges a little bit more diffused. But I think that's gorgeous. I absolutely love that. I think that's really helped to brighten up my eyes. Choose one for me in a corner. Shall we go in with maybe Orchard? Because it's a gorgeous like purple, but it's a really nice subtle shimmer. I don't want to use it a lot, just a tiny bit. That's really pretty. Okay, we're going to go in with that purple again before we finish the look off. So the purple was wasted, and we're just blending that into that shimmer on the outer corner there. I feel like I should have zoomed you guys in a little bit more for this, but it's a little bit late for that. We live and we learn. I say that, but I probably won't learn. I do usually zoom in a bit for this, so I just didn't even think to do it. And that is how it's looking. I'm going to zoom in so you can see the final look. But I'm actually so impressed by that. I think that palette is absolutely stunning. The colours are absolutely gorgeous. Blending, it just blended gorgeously, it blended beautifully. I can't really think of a lot to really say about this palette. I think the green wasn't as pigmented, but it's an absolutely gorgeous green, so I can't really fault it. I think if I had to pick anything to kind of criticise on it, I'd say maybe some of the shimmers could be a little bit brighter, because I'm not as likely to use like deeper shimmers like that. Like maybe one in the palette or like two, but when you put it in your hand, it's a very dark shimmer, and you've got quite a few like that. So you've got that one. Ooh, that looks so bright in the pan. That looks quite dark, but then when you actually swatch it, it looks quite light. It looks a bit more rose goldy. So look at this one. This is Splendor. Yeah, it's quite a bronzy one. And then we've got Cargo, which again, another quite dark one there. So maybe have some brighter shimmers, because there are quite a lot of dark shimmers. Like there's 4 blue shimmers and 2 of them are actually quite dark. So maybe for me, I'd say maybe some lighter shimmers, but all honesty, I can't fault the palette at all. Pigmentation is gorgeous, blendability incredible. Definitely say it's a good 10 out of 10. I think it's definitely worth the money. And the size of this palette is incredible as well. Feels amazing, looks amazing. I'm really impressed. I definitely love this palette. So that is it. That is my full review of the Carnival XL Remastered palette. I definitely love it. I think it's definitely a win from me. How have I been sleeping on Bperfect's palette? So like I'm gonna have to try all of them now. Thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far. I really appreciate it. Hope you all have the best day. Hope you've all enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.